Hey,
Hey Sarah, can you hear me?
I can.
Hey, how you doing?
Not too bad. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. I like your background. I was trying to figure out how to get mine to talk.
It's under the apps.
Oh, it's under the apps. Okay, let me try real quick.
This is my first time using Zoom, so I was playing around with it.
Yeah, sometimes I use it on my phone, but I've never really used it on my. I'm on the laptop right now. So, how's your day going so far?
Good. It's rainy here today.
Oh, it's
Very,
raining.
very rainy.
Yeah, it's starting to get cold here. Um,
Yeah,
it's
I don't know what the high was today. I think it's like 55 or something like that.
55. Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah, it was like 60 something here, I believe. But it's good, man. But Sarah, I also wanted you to meet one of the members of the board. It's my friend Tyler. He's here with me too, helping me out.
Hi, Sarah.
Hey,
Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you too.
Yes, yes. I've been working with Weston on a lot of the projects, so it's very nice to finally meet you and see you.
Yeah, you too. Thank you for your
Absolutely.
help.
Of course. Yeah, yeah. Always here to help. So yeah, Weston, he's the brain behind this. I help when I can. So
Yeah,
He's the
I'll
brain, you're the brawn.
yeah, if you could think of it that way, I suppose. Yeah.
all the emails have my name at the end of them, but half the time they're drafted by him or written
Yeah.
by him.
Or I have to hit the send button because it's too far away on the phone or something. So yes, I'm involved in some way.
For
But yes,
sure.
I'll get out of the way and let you guys talk. So.
Yeah, Bree was showing me pictures that she took when she was out in your house. Looks really beautiful. I like how it's laid out.
Thanks.
Yeah, give
For
it a
as
much
old
nice,
for as old as it is, it's nice.
well, even much nicer ramp than I do. I'll say that.
My dad built that.
Your dad built that. Wow.
Yeah, my mom found like a ramp that somebody was getting rid of, and it was like one that zigzags back and forth, and I hate ramps like that.
Yeah.
Because trying to turn around that corner.
Yeah, that's very annoying sometimes.
And then so like he took it and he deconstructed it and used the wood and bought some new wood and because the old one, I can show you pictures. Oh my
Okay.
gosh. Um, let me
It's the
find.
worst.
There's the big preview picture of it.
That's all had to get taken apart. And she was going up and down on that.
For years, I was going up and down on that for 20 something years. I kept on breaking it though, because I did a Papa wheelie ones with my cousin on the back of my old wheelchair.
Uh-huh.
And the wheelie bars went through one of the slats. And so ever since then, that slat had to be replaced because it kept on warping.
Oh
And
yeah.
we couldn't figure out why it was warping. And then, lordy behold.
Oh yeah, we'll explain it, right?
That's all the damage she did.
Oh, I did not do the
There's the
damage.
picture of the old ramp
Yeah.
that used to be there. It was just a ramp, barely could turn around and turn into it.
Oh, yeah. I ran into the door so many times with the tight turn on the old.
Yeah, I bet.
You can't see. You got to go in front of the turn the
my God.
camera.
Can you see me now?
No, because you're not in front of my head.
Hello,
Yeah,
Weston.
now.
How are you, sir?
Your
Nice to-
hair's going up my nose.
Thank you for your help.
Yeah, of course. It's nice
You're
to
a
meet
decent
you.
and great guy. And
Yeah.
can't wait to meet you in person. So
Yeah, I appreciate you letting me
sitting here waiting for you.
I know we're not too far away now. It's only about like a week and a half away.
Yeah, I can't wait. Hopefully, it's not snowing here when you come.
But yeah, so I just wanted to talk to you a little bit today to kind of give people a more personal look at you for the project and all that. So,
Yeah.
no, I kind of wanted to see like have you tell them how you kind of found us and why you decided to reach out to Stairs and Chairs.
I found Stairs to Chairs on the peer group that I'm in for neuromuscular diseases.
Okay.
I had reached out to local nonprofits and Habitat for Humanity and just construction places that do flooring, and they're just like, no, we don't work on mobile homes.
Yeah.
And try to apply for a grant, and I don't know the first thing about applying for a grant. And so when I seen your advertisement in the group, it was like I had just gotten denied by another person, and I seen it. I'm just like, it has to be. This wasn't put here for nothing. And so I reached out, and you said, yes, you would help. And
Yeah, so that was one of the main reasons I started Stairs to Chairs, was to kind of hopefully cut down on all the hoops and stuff you have to jump through, and people like with disabilities have to jump through to just get something done for them. But I know either it's like grants, like you said, or you have to do insurance, and insurance process can take forever. I'm sure you know about that.
yeah, the ramp over at my mom's like is sinking down, and the county was supposed to come out and look at it, and they just dragged their feet over there.
Where does she live at?
Just right across the river in Newport.
Newport, okay.
Tiny little town of 3,000 people.
Oh, wow.
Growing up, the coolest thing there was a go-kart place that had an arcade in it,
Sounds interesting. Huh?
and bumper boats.
Yeah.
Um,
You
and then
said,
that closed down. So
oh, gotcha. Yeah, you said how it must be like where you came across our post on Facebook. I think the same thing, because come to find out you live about 15 to 20 minutes from where I was born. So
yeah, St. Paul.
yeah, I think you found that out earlier this week. But
Yeah.
yeah, so it's pretty crazy that it's like a full circle that basically, I don't know if you know, but this is our first project that we're working on as a nonprofit.
Yes, and I am very honored.
Yeah, I appreciate you trusting us and allowing us to come into your life and assist you. So,
The more the merrier. That's how it is with you being disabled, right?
all right. Have you ever been out to Pennsylvania or this direction at all?
I have been on a road trip to Texas in 97, or was it no, 97, Dad.
Oh, wow.
96, I went to Florida.
Did you go to Disney World and everything?
Make-A-Wish.
Okay. What did you do for Nicholas?
I got to go to Disney World for a week for my 10th birthday.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I had a Make-A-Wish too. We went to the Dallas Cowboys versus Philadelphia Eagles football game. That was my Make-A-Wish.
Boo, Cowboys.
Yeah, that's what everyone says.
My dad is from Texas, and my cousin's like a huge Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
Every time I talk to him, I ask him how the Cowgirls are doing.
Typical. Yeah, that was actually a trip that made me a Cowboys fan. I was a Eagles fan going into it, but we went to Dallas and I got to go into the locker room and all that. So
Oh, that is awesome.
yeah, that kind of converted me. But
I can just imagine what that locker room looks like.
yeah, I don't remember too much. I was pretty young, but
Yeah, I don't remember much of my trip. I remember stray cats everywhere in the village. It was like a handicap village or something that we stayed in, and then eating was like going to camp, like you go or like a cafeteria you went into, and they
okay.
served you food. And
How long were you out there for?
a week. I remember humidity.
Yeah.
I went.
Hmm.
God, what is the one? What is it? Epcot or Universal, the one with the roller coaster on the inside. It's called like,
Rock and roller coaster.
yes, and Aerosmith. Oh my, I screamed and I cried my head off the entire time.
Yes, I think that's Hollywood Studios. I think.
Hollywood.
Yeah, because we went to Hard Rock too.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, I wanted to go on it because my sister was going on all the rides and I wasn't going on anything. And the only thing I had been on was that jungle ride. It was like Tomb Raider or something where I could drive my wheelchair onto the boat.
Okay, yeah.
And you know, it wasn't much of a ride. And so I begged. Wrong thing to beg for.
Beg to go on it.
Never again. They're
Wow.
just like, oh, it's just a 5-foot drop.
Yeah.
No, no, oh no. And I could hear my sister in the front screaming, having a good old time.
Wow. Yeah, I don't remember too much when I was there, but I know everyone has a great time when they go there usually.
I wish they would have kept wishes until we were adults.
Yeah, I always say that too. Or I always ask, can I get a second wish? Like, can I get another one so I remember it? Because I don't really remember.
I know, right?
Well, they don't expect us to make it this long, so they gotta get it in.
Oh God, the one thing I remember was we rented a video camera from like a convenience store. We went to we went to SeaWorld and everything was fine. And then at the end, the videotape wouldn't come out.
Oh, wow.
And the dude, it was the last day. We were running late to the airport. And the dude's just like, you break it, you buy it. And he just kept on going off and in this accent, just like, oh my God.
Made it even funnier.
We're just like, we didn't break it. We're not buying it.
Yeah, man. But I kind of just wanted to go back to the beginning. You said you were diagnosed with spinal muscular atrophy around 18 months.
Yeah, so my mom noticed that I wasn't really hitting the milestones when I was supposed to, but I was hitting them and I was having, I was getting tired easily. And so she went to doctor after doctor and they were just telling her, like it's all in your head. I mean, there's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Um, and she was just like, I think it's this biopsy. And I was diagnosed with type 2 spinal muscular atrophy. But I am luck that I could walk until I was about 4.5 with the help.
Yeah, you said you had some like braces when you began walking.
Help of walker.
I think your Wi-Fi
What
is
people don't
lagging a little bit.
really realize is that picture of me in a swing with my sister and with my braces on. I know there has to be a picture of me with my walker somewhere. I just don't. I have no idea.
Yeah, I know you sent me a picture of you taking a few steps when you were a little kid. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I have one of me older, like about the size I am on that bike. I had to be put on that bike, and then like the driveway was at like a really like maybe like a 1-2 degree angle to where I could go down the driveway, but turning and coming back up, as you can see by my face in the picture, I was crying because
Yeah.
I was frustrated.
I'm trying to work so hard to get
Yeah,
back up.
I love that bike though.
Yeah. So I don't know if you have any memory of like the transition from having to or being able to walk and move a little bit to having to use a wheelchair?
My last memory of walking or standing is of me in the living room and using my hands to crawl up my legs.
Okay.
And then as soon as I would get like up to my thighs, I could push off and push my upper body up. And I would get up there, and by the time I got up there, I didn't have enough energy anymore to push up to get myself standing.
Mm, gotcha. So how old were you when you got your first wheelchair, official wheelchair?
Um, like around 5.5. I had it when I was in kindergarten.
Oh, okay. It was a power wheelchair, the first one you got?
Yeah, that thing was a beast. I ran over many toes.
Yep.
Toes. I accidentally ran over a kid's hand in school too.
Oh, wow.
That was a complete accident. I didn't even know he was down there.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so I was diagnosed with SMA when I was 9 months old, and I got my first wheelchair when I was 2, and it was a power wheelchair. So
Oh
imagine,
man, if I would have had a power wheelchair when I was that, like I had a Barbie freaking Jeep I got around in.
I mean, you improvise though. That's what worked.
Yeah,
You say
ran off about the same batteries.
your,
12 volt.
you say your first power chair was pink as well?
It was actually green. It's actually in the picture of me doing the snow. And that was me in 3rd grade. I came home and it snowed and I didn't want to go inside. And I'm just like, Mom, I'll help you shovel.
It's out there. I don't know if you ever did donuts in the snow or spin around, but
I never did that, but like in elementary school, I would go behind where the tennis court was and spin around really fast
okay.
and look down at the ground while doing it, and then look up when I stopped and tried to drive in a straight line. That was my entertainment as a kid.
Whatever works, right?
Yep.
How many wheelchairs have you been through?
So I had 2, 3, 5, I think in total.
That's not too bad though. I think I've been through like 4 at least. Yeah.
I just got my 5th wheelchair in the spring. It is the most expensive thing that I own, and like it makes you afraid to drive it around. It's just like it's a car without the protection.
Do you like it better than your last one? Or?
Very much so. I
Yeah.
went from rear wheel drive to front wheel,
Okay. Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
is a big change, but I did it because I wanted to be able to get into more tighter spaces.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I was sick of banging my arms on stuff.
Yeah, I'm like, do they make you wait for 5 years before you can get approved for a new wheelchair as well?
Yep, yep.
Yeah, that's how my insurance company works too. Have to wait at least 5 years, no matter.
And it's 5 years for like everything. It's 5 years for a Hoyer sling.
Oh, really?
And it's just like, you gave me the wrong one, and now I have to pay 100 and something bucks for one that would work.
Seriously.
No,
Yeah.
I'll suffer through the 5 years.
And that's what a lot of people don't understand about uh, insurance and the stuff we have to go through. Basically,
Yeah, and they think it's all grand. Oh, you get to sit around and do nothing all day.
nothing.
It's not grand. My mental health has taken a very drastic turn.
Yeah.
I used to like live like in this bubble of denial.
Okay.
And like, I used to just push everything off to the side. Oh, I can't do that anymore. Push it off to the side. Don't think about it. Don't dwell on it.
Mhm.
And now it's like all I can do. Um, my
Yeah.
caseworkers and stuff, never was just like, oh, you can go get a job and live by yourself, or so
Okay.
I have no job skills. I've never had a job.
Okay.
I'd have to work from home. I don't do well with people. So like data entry, and it's just like, well, I can do that, but then if I do that, it complicates my insurance.
Yeah. Yeah. You
And it's
can't.
just like, will the buy-in program pay for everything I have now? And it's just like, I can't risk it.
Yeah, for sure. I remember learning about that for the first time because I graduated college 2 years ago now. And when I got out, I was expecting I could just get like a regular job and go work. But I learned that no, you can't make over the poverty limit or they cut your benefits off. So yeah.
Yes. And then everything for being disabled is like 10 times more expensive than it should be.
I, I was gonna ask, do you take any medication for your SMA? Like I take Risdi.
Yeah, I take Everizzi. I absolutely cannot stand the taste anymore. It was good at first, I didn't mind it. It was just like, oh, it doesn't taste like cough medicine, or it doesn't taste like horrible.
Right.
And then now I'm just over the fake strawberry taste.
I was gonna say apparently it's strawberry flavored, but I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe like a lip balm strawberry taste or something chemical. It is gross.
Yeah, that alone is, or at least they tell me it's $12,000 for every 12 days, basically. So,
Yeah, 30,000, over $30,000 for 3 vials for 35 days.
yeah, so you get yours every 35 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I'm approved for 12 days, so I have to call every week and order a medication.
You don't have to call anymore.
Oh, really?
You can use the portal now. I found out. I'm just like, I don't have to call and talk to these people anymore. I'm just like, what?
Yeah, I've just been finding the main number every time. Um, some other questions I wanted to ask was, what kind of van do you use to get around on a daily basis?
We have a 2014 Chrysler Town and Country
Okay. Yeah,
with a rear entry.
I was gonna say if you have rear or side entry, yeah.
I
Have you
didn't
ever?
like side entry back in the day because, I had a wheelchair that didn't turn that well. And there's
Yeah,
not much room with the rear seat in a minivan.
yeah,
And so it's just like, we still have the bucket seats right behind the passenger and the driver. They flip up.
okay, yeah, in the back,
So like, yeah, so like other people, if need be, can also be in there.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. I used to have a minivan. I liked it, but I felt that the suspension wasn't very good. I felt I was getting bumped around all the time.
this one is a lot better than the beast we used to have.
Okay,
And by beast, I mean beast. We called it Betsy.
that's it.
Um, and it's still driving around even though we junked it
Oh wow.
with the ramp, because we didn't have a way to take the ramp out.
Mm,
And here they took the ramp out, but they're still driving it around, and we can tell because it had an antenna thing on the front that
mm,
we had accidentally broken off somehow. And you can see the wires and the antenna still hanging.
wow. Yeah. I was upgraded to a full size van, and I'm enjoying it because it seems less bumpy, but yeah,
Less bumpy, more power.
yeah, for sure.
But that van we had no heat, no air conditioning. Um, but it went, man. That thing, it was a V8, right there. A V8, and that thing, you hit the gas, and holy crap. And the horn on it was like a train horn. It was amazing. Now you press the horn on this van, and it's honk.
Wimpy, 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 right?
Yep. Yeah, like the trash bag commercials. Wimpy, wimpy, wimpy.
But I was also wondering what kind of like a daily, what your life looks like on a daily basis, I should say. Like, what do you do nowadays?
My life has gone from being active to basically doing nothing. In 2017, around my birthday, I woke up on a Saturday, or no, Sunday. I remember because I wanted to watch the Vikings game.
Okay.
I was all excited. We were going to watch it. I woke up and I had pain down by my tailbone.
Hmm. Mhm.
And it was like, it wasn't as too bad at first. And then as I was waking up, it just kept on getting worse and worse and worse,
Hmm.
to the point I was in tears. And I have a high pain tolerance.
Hmm. Okay.
And so, like, laying on my side didn't work because laying on your side, for us, our shoulders go up into our necks.
Yeah. I understand
And so, like, and then trying to shove pillows to be comfortable and breathe at the same time. And it would help a little, but the pain never went away. And the doctors can't tell me what the problem is.
that. Hmm.
Um,
You
I
also
was put on gabapentin, Cymbalta, some other drugs. And it helped with the nerve pain. But if I sit anywhere than in my recliner that I'm sitting in now, on my Roho cushion, I
okay.
end up in extreme pain to where I have to drug myself to be able to go out anymore.
So you can't really sit in your wheelchair too much anymore. Or...
No, and I miss it. I want to take my dog for a walk that I got as a puppy, and I've never been able to take him for, a walk. I took him to the dog park once
Yeah.
because I was already up in my wheelchair from a doctor's appointment, but like he doesn't like the dog park.
What
All he
kind of...
wants to do is sniff. He's a English chocolate lab.
Okay.
So he's a shorter version of the American Labrador Retriever.
How old is he?
He just turned 2 the day before my birthday.
Oh wow, that's cool. You guys almost share the same birthday.
Yeah, it was like meant to be.
Okay. So is there any questions you have for us or anything else you want to know about?
I'm checking, see how the donations are doing.
Donations. So I mean maybe we can make breaking news, but we reached the donation goal, so
Wow,
everything's looking fine for the date and all that stuff.
that is great.
I guess the last question was kind of how long have you been dealing with the flooring problems in your bathroom and when did that all come about?
We have other spots on the floor, but the one in the bathroom started, what, a year ago, Dad? Yeah, it started because the seat of the toilet, the thing that it sits on, um, it started leaking. So we had a handyman come out here that I found on the neighborhood web page, thinking that, because I asked for cheaper help because we can't afford much.
Yeah,
He wasn't cheap.
right.
But he fixed it the best that he could. He stopped the leaking, but the toilet sweat and the damage already done Oh, he didn't fix the leak? I thought he did.
Some kind of plastic thing and that plastic has popped out.
Oh, the plastic popped out,
Yeah,
so his fix failed.
Yeah, didn't last too long, but hopefully,
Nope.
hopefully this boring job lasts longer than that toilet job.
It'll probably.
Better, right? But yeah, so I appreciate you taking the time to talk and just let people know more about you and your personality and who will help you out. Um, I think it's great that we can talk and share like a different perspective than a lot of people have because they don't really know what we go through or what we deal with on a day-to-day basis. So I appreciate your willingness to talk about that too.